Okay guys, in this lessons I'm going to show you how to convert from standard form into factor form. Okay, and as you can see in standard form we have y equal to a, x squared plus bx plus c, and factor form is y equal to a parenthesis x minus p parenthesis and then parenthesis x minus q parenthesis. Okay, so let's look at number one. So you're given these problems right here in standard form and you're supposed to convert to factor form. So what you would do first is factor it out, okay? So step one, we'll look at the standard form, and if you look at the coefficients here, there's nothing they have in common that you can factor out. So you jump straight into factoring. We're going to use the guess and check method, okay? So x squared is x and x. And we look at 4. So you would ask yourself what two numbers multiply will give you 4, but add up is going to give you 5. So that has to be 4 and 1. Okay, let's check to make sure our guess is correct. So x times 4 is 4x. X times 1 is 1x. So 4x plus 1x is 5x. So you see this right here match with the middle terms. That means we're on the right track. Once we're on the right track, we write down the factors. So it's going to be x plus 4 times x plus 1. And don't forget your y equals. Right there, that is standard form. Okay? Let's move on to number 2. So in number 2, if you look at the coefficients for the x squared, it has a negative right here. So what you want to do is you want to factor the negative 1. So that way we would work only with positive x squares. So negative 1's out, then you have x squares minus 13x minus 40. Sorry, positive 40. Because negative 1 times x squared is negative x squared. Negative 1 times negative 13x is positive 13x. And negative 1 times 40 is negative 40. Okay. Then we factor out whatever's inside the parenthesis. So it's x and x. Then two numbers multiply with 40, but add up is going to be negative 13. That has to be negative 8 and negative 3. Okay, let's test it out. X times negative 8 is negative 8x, right? And x times negative 5 is negative 5x. And that's negative 13x. You see how it matched the middle term here? So we're on the right tracks. Look straight across and write down your factors, which is x minus 8 and x minus 5. But don't forget your negative 1, okay? So there. That's your factor form right there, okay? Okay, let's move on to number 3. Same thing. Notice in number 3 we have a 2 right here, so we have to factor it out. So we have y equals 2 parenthesis. In here is going to be x squared plus 9x plus 14. And then we factor out x squared, which is x and x. So 14, 2 factors multiply give us 14, but add up go to 9. That has to be 7 and 2, right? 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, let's test it out. So x times 2 is 2x. X times 7 is 7x. Equal to 9x. So you see this term match with this term. We're on the right track. Look straight across. Then we have x plus 7 and x plus 2. Don't forget your 2 and also y equals. And right here, that's your answers. Okay? Let's move on to number 4. Same thing as number 4. We need to factor out this negative 2 right here. So we're going to take it out. And in here, you should have positive x squares. Negative 2 times x squared is negative x squared. So negative 2 times positive 5x is negative 10x. And positive 4 is negative 8. Then we factor out x squared, which is x and x. And then 4 is 2 factors multiply give us 4, but add up is going to be 5. It has to be 4 and 1. So let's test it out. X times 1 is 1x. X times 4 is 4x. That gives us 5x. So this term matched with this, we're on the right track. Remember, if it's on the wrong track, erase it and guess it again. So our factors are x plus 4 times x plus 1. Don't forget the negative 2 and y equals. And that is your factor form right there. Okay, guys, we are done.